Testing. All right. Very, very, very cool. Let's go ahead and get switched over so you guys can see what it is I'm going to be playing today. There we go. Turn that down a little bit so it's not too... Okay. Alright, I think that's a little bit better. Okay. So, this is kind of a test stream. It's not going to be too terribly long. But I'm excited to get to play one of my favorite games of all time. And it's one that I normally play once or so a year anyway. So this is, like I said, above all, this is a test stream. It's just kind of making sure everything looks good, sounds good, works the way that I want it to work. And then after that, hopefully, if you guys want me to continue doing this kind of stuff, you know, just let me know. So I'm hoping that, whoops, there we go. I'm hoping something comes of it. This is kind of my first major experience. I tried streaming a couple of years ago, very, very poorly, and it wasn't like this. And so I'm hoping to try this now and kind of make it professional. Oof. This is one of my absolute favorite. Oops. Can I do this? Which one? That one? I'll do this one. All right. This is one of my favorite games. I absolutely love this game. I want to erase it, but I don't want to have to go through the... Hold on, I guess we'll do it. I don't want to have to go through the cutscenes and stuff. That's my biggest issue, is having to do that. This shouldn't... Can I skip? Okay, I can skip. Never mind. The story's pretty basic. This game came out in 1999, I think, or 2000. And if you're noticing, it looks pretty decent. I'm actually playing the Xbox One version on an Xbox One X. It doesn't need that, but it does look a little bit better than the Nintendo 64 version, on top of the fact that the controller's way better. I like his voice. I like Bottles' voice. It's really, really cute. He's kind of adorable. Just Reader's Digest version, I guess. If you haven't gotten to play this game, it's completely absurd. It was made by Rare, and back when they were with Nintendo exclusively. and basically you're a bear and a bird. I think I'm saying basically a bunch, but I have to compound a whole bunch of stuff into a very digestible format, and so I'm trying to kind of convey it's a little bit more simple than it really is. You're a bear with a bird in a backpack. That friend right there is a mole who teaches you how to do moves. And a witch took your sister because your sister, who is a bear, is considered to be the most beautiful creature in the entire land, seconded by the witch who took her, who is hideous. So the takeaways from this are that animals can be considered the same level of attracted as... That's not good. No, it can't be that. It's something else. Probably the biggest lesson is that that people in this world are not very attractive. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking when they did this. That's just the plot. She's supposed to be a pretty bear. I don't understand it. So what I'm going to try to do in this, and that's yet again, I'm hoping to get, I'm hoping some people will get to watch this and have fun. I really, that's the whole reason I make my channel. By the way, this is the channel, so this is the first stream on the channel, first YouTube stream. I do know that there is Snow White of Bears is a much better way of saying it than all of the different things that I just tried to say. Yes. But this is a there we go. This is a game I play at least once a year. It's one of my favorite games. It's not probably it's not, I wouldn't say my favorite game, but it's one of them for sure. And I go through it at least once a year, and I try to actually do 100% each time. Whoops. And so 100% in this is, and this, I'm not a speedrunner, so this is not going to be a like 2-hour and I'm completely done with it run. What it should be, if it works out well, is 900 notes, 100 jigsaw puzzle pieces, and 2 honeycombs, empty honeycombs, the ones you're seeing me pick up right now, per level, or per world. And then, of course, a successful witch boss fight at the end, which I still have trouble with to this day. I've been playing this game for 20 years, as weird as that sounds, and I'm still not perfect at that. I can do almost everything else pretty well. Almost. I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? What did I miss? Gotta remember which one now I've missed. I broke the rocks, I killed the cauliflower. Oh, I know which one it is, that one. I haven't learned that yet. Dang it. One thing I have noticed, though, and this is another thing that I haven't gotten any better at, is when you're playing the game... Oops. When you're playing the game, or when I'm playing it, I keep forgetting that there are moves I haven't learned yet, and so if you know what moves are kind of coming, you start trying to use them way ahead of time, and it's really frustrating because you can't. I'm not a fan. But that's my own fault. It's not the game's fault. This game's brilliant, by the way. This is an utterly fantastic game. So, I hope everything looks really good and nice and clear, and sounds really nice and clear. Like I said, this is the first stream, so it's kind of a test to see how things look, and then from there I can kind of make adjustments, and hopefully, I still can't do that. Hopefully, make the stream kind of close to perfect, or as close as I can get. I'm also curious as to other, and this, I don't know how YouTube works on this. I know that there's some latency. There are a couple of things I know, and I guess I should put out front. I know that there's some latency between what I'm doing and there's the bear and the witch. I know there's some latency between what I'm saying and when I get your guys' chats and when I'm able to answer them. So there's a delay there, and it seems like it's a decently hefty delay from the tests that I did earlier. So, oops, he's missing. Okay. So if I don't answer them right away, that's why. There's some latency to it, or some lag to it. The other thing is, okay, it feels slippery for a second. The other thing is, I don't know if it saves. I think it saves automatically the streams. I don't know. Maybe it'll just give me the option to. So if someone does happen to jump on or fail to jump on just because they had to work the next day, or they are in a different time zone, or whatever the case might be, then hopefully it should still be up. The whole stream should still be up and archived as a video. And after I've gotten a couple of these, I'll probably go ahead and make the playlist after I get this one and it processes. But I'll make a streams playlist for people that are looking for even longer form content. My content's pretty long form, but most of my streams are probably not going to be 45 minutes. Most of my streams, this one may be a little shorter just because of it being a test, but I'm expecting some of my streams to be longer, and I'm hoping for that. And so if you're looking for even longer form content, I don't know how many people are looking for long form content, but I enjoy, I don't know, I feel like breaking a video up into 10-minute increments or 15-minute increments just gets frustrating, because you have to see the intro. You see my intro, 10 times or however many times. And so rather than see my intro 10 times, I can just make my stream an hour and 40 minutes. Or my game videos an hour and a half or so, and then you can bigger chunks of it. I don't know, a lot of people like to listen to work, and I think a lot of people like to do the same with videos. And I think this kind of marries the two. This will become a video on the channel. I got it, bud. I've played this before. So. Wait. Oh, I know what it is. This is the move that this is the move that you use probably the most in the entire game. And if you don't have it, it's super frustrating. And god dang it, I keep trying to use it, and I'm not doing real good with it. Okay. There we go. I guess I should also explain the collectathon aspect of this goes a little bit farther than I've kind of made it seem. 900 notes, 100 jigsaws. One of those jigsaws requires you to collect 5 of those little colorful elf things. They're called Jinjos. So it's actually 5 of those per level to get 10 jiggies to get all of the stuff. So. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Okay, nope. You can't kill him. You can knock him down for a little bit, but you can't kill him. I don't want to mess with him. All right. But thank you if you happen to be hopping onto my test stream just to take a look at this. And I definitely appreciate you in advance if something is wrong with the test stream, for being patient with me as I try to perfect this. This is my first time trying all this stuff, so. Up you go. The music of this is so... I mean, now it's not all that impressive because we can do all kinds of things with basically even as consoles, computers. But man, for the 64, for it to fade to this like underwater feel, is such a cool thing. Latency between if you're chatting, if I happen to be a little late or very late in responding to a chat, I answer the chats if I see them, as I see them. So I'm not ignoring you if you don't hear from me quickly. There's a pretty decent amount of latency on this. And I've never streamed through YouTube. I kind of like the idea. I've had a YouTube channel for years now, but streaming through YouTube seemed like a cool idea. Alright, so I know who you are. We're gonna get our... Oh, I can't shoot eggs yet. Dang it. Alright. Super frustrating to know all of the moves and know the button combinations and then know that you can't yet use them. I can't do that yet or I'll slide right off. Move, termites. This game was fun because you got that when you unlocked everything, or as you were unlocking everything. When you first play it, or first couple of times you played it, you forget what all moves you get, and you forget what all you can do. But after playing it for as long as I have, you start to be like, I wish I had that already. I guess it wouldn't break the game. You can kind of go backwards with all your new moves at any point. But one of the things I do like is this game is each world or each level in these are entirely self-sustaining. So, here you go. So you don't need to know moves from other... Banjo-Tooie is a little different. You need to know moves from other levels in order to go back and get all of the collectibles. But in this one, I do kind of like that you don't have to know moves from levels in the future to do it. You can just kind of jump into it. There we go. Oh wait, I'm gonna help the little monkey real quick. Steal an orange. Everything in Rare games, I think Rare had an interview where they said the biggest thing that you can do to identify one of their games is realize everything they put in their games have eyes and talks. And I think that that's true. There we go. I also wonder what it's like. I mean, I don't know what these guys... I have no idea what these guys were thinking when they made the... can I skip? Can I skip? I know how to do it. The game's super good. This game's super fun, but like I said, when you've played it for as long as I have, you know all the moves already. It's just... This is all just going through the motions. I do love how the eggs are little bouncy flipped images, basically. That's all they are. There we go. And then another thing to keep in mind, I guess I should go ahead and make mention, is the switch that I can't pound on because I don't have that move yet, but it's just over where I was a minute ago. Son of a gun. Did it on purpose. Just gonna shoot him and he's gonna throw oranges at me for a minute. Come on. Oh, whoa. Oh, better shot. I'm gonna shoot 3 eggs at you. Come on. What? There we go. Those oranges look super high resolution, like super high texture. I have absolutely... I don't know what the... Everything else looks like kind of like it did in the 64, but for whatever reason they were like, nope, we're gonna make those freaking oranges look like they're straight from Tropicana. That's what we're putting the budget into. Making a monkey look like a real monkey? Nope. Baron bird like a real baron bird? Nope. Making that orange look real? Print it. $3.5 million. We don't get a return, who cares? We had the most realistic oranges in a video game. Okay. There we go. This is where I can collect the first empty honeycomb, but... You have to be patient. You want to shoot all those things immediately, and then if you do that, it ruins the... You can't get the thing because you're not tall enough. There we go. Oh, I forgot. I gotta... last move. Last move I've got to learn. And then I have to have a dialogue with the guy inside the skull. This game is... I guess... Now I completely understand, Anna. Dialogue sucks sometimes. Plot and story are great, but dialogue sucks sometimes. I completely understand. I didn't say you were wrong the first time, but I'm going to let you know. And it's recorded. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely right. Even with a game I love, dialogue sucks. There we go. I'm trying to do this in an order because we're gonna get this level's definitely the beginning level, and it's definitely a training, getting to know you kind of stage. Because I just got one Jiggy out of his eye, and now I'm gonna get... Whoops. It's another troll. That's his last Jinjo. There's another Jiggy. I've never had that happen before where they're just stuck right next to me. I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hurt. I know it. Yep, got hurt. Okay, here's another one. Missed. Dang it. There we go. So there's that one. And then I'm gonna... One of these is I think, feathers. Nope, it's not feathers, it's a one-up, because you don't get feathers yet. And that's a Jiggy as well. Look at that, I got 4 just right there. I mean, it would have normally been 3, but I got 4 because I was optimized. Oh, I remember what I have to do before I turn into the termite, so... And this one's also really small. It's very self-contained, so it's pretty... Uh-oh! I was not... I took a look over to the side for a second because I thought I had it. What happens when you get cocky? You get hit by a termite. There's also no sense of scale. The bear is so much smaller than the gorilla. The gorilla is about 2.5 times the size of a termite, though. The bear is minuscule, where the termites are huge. Or some, I don't know. No sense of scale. I have no idea. Okay. 100% also requires me to hit 10 of these switches, so one switch in every one of the 10 worlds, to collect a total of 10 jigsaw puzzles in the overworld, which is the Witch's Lair. So if I'm going to do 100%, I have to do all of the things that I mentioned for these worlds independently, and then I also have to do 10 in the 10 switches in each world, and collect Jiggies from the overworld. 10 total Jiggies from the overworld. This game is pretty, though. The upscaled version, or the let's get these notes. The HD version, or whatever this is pretty nice looking. It doesn't look like, I mean, obviously it's not realistic, but everything is very crisp and the edges are not jagged. Okay. I don't think you have notes this time. I think it's eggs, right? Yeah, it's eggs. I don't need that. And then above his head every time there's always a I think there's another Mumbo skull back here. Is there? I know there's one behind his skull at some point, but I can't remember exactly where. All right, I'll just go get the one from the termite hill thing. I do not have the Mumbo skull locations memorized, just because I usually, through the natural progression of playing the game, I normally pick up enough. This game is absolutely bonkers off the wall, though, because now I've met a shaman, and I don't even know, there was this, I should say this, I guess, there was this big thing in the manual, I think it was, and it talked about how because like you see his skin's all messed up there. It's like it's pink, but it's splotchy. And so anyway, the manual, I remember the manual saying that he was cursed. Okay, thank you. No. Okay, fine. It says he was cursed to wear that mask for good, and if you look at the back, you can't see it. Well, I can't turn the camera, but if you look at it, it's got part of his head sticking out, and it says, "Oh well, Grunty." That's the witch's name, or that's the abbreviation for it. It's cursed to wear this mask, and so I remember for the longest time I was just like, I want to know what he is. I want to see what's under the mask. Is he one of those little Jinjo characters, but a different color? Is he just a human that got burned really bad? You know, what is he? And then we ended up finding out that they just dropped the plot point altogether. And in the second one, not only is he not unmasked, he's got more mask than he has in this one. It becomes a helmet. The back part of it closes, and I was like really frustrated that they dropped that plot point. And then they came out with a game for the 360, which I think everybody's pretty familiar with because it's fairly infamous. I'm gonna miss. Dang it. And you build cars. Has nothing to do with that mask coming off. So if Rare wants to know why I'm upset, is it because you made a game about these guys building cars and racing them? Nope. Because you dropped a plot point that I was excited about, and then made the game about building cars, even though these are platformers, and they're awesome. Okay. Come on. There we go. That'll do. Okay. I get the last Jiggy. And that's all 10 from this world. I get a little fanfare each time. Makes you feel good. Whoops. Almost got hit. Makes you feel really good about yourself. I mean, kind of. They don't give it to you for everything, so I think that's kind of nice. But I did miss some. I noticed I missed some notes. I'm at 90. There we go. That's all of the notes. And so then what I can do, I'll show you. And this is how we keep track. Just go in here, and I'll do it quick. So that's everything from that. It took me 15 minutes to get everything from this world. Every world that we open will have that. And that doesn't matter because after you unlocked it for one, you've unlocked it for all. I didn't know that until playing it through recently. So I'm not going to stop by the places that have like a stop and swap egg. Okay, and let's get that other one. Not too bad. It says it took me 15 minutes to do that, but I don't see that I've been live for that long. So I don't think I've been live for that long. That's okay. That's pretty good timing. There we go. And so every time, if you collect everything for every level, you know automatically that you're going to have enough to progress. But everything, the thing I like about this collectathon is everything has a purpose. Here's dialogue again. So in order to go through the overworld, this is, like I said, this castle is the overworld. You have to have the notes. You have to go. You have to have notes enough to go through the doors. The jiggies complete the puzzles, which unlock the worlds. The notes open the doors, and then the honeycombs don't actually come in handy until the very end. But what they do is, you kind of saw it at the beginning. Every time you collect, I think it's 5 of them, then you get an extra honeycomb like health point. And so when you start getting to those harder boss fights and those harder there's only one boss fight. When you start getting to those harder parts of the game. There we go. Then all of a sudden you've got more health. And if you collect 100% of everything, at the very end you get you get 3 or 4 special bonuses that actually help you out quite a bit. I don't want to talk to you. She helps with there's a trivia game thing at the end that she helps with if you land on some certain squares. I'm going to try, if I do get to do the streams where I actually do this whole game, I want to try and, I'm going to say cheese it a little bit. There is a way to kind of cheat at the trivia game, so it's a little faster. I want to try it. If I don't get it, I can answer the questions, but I just thought it would be kind of fun. I've never tried it before, and I know of it. I learned it from speedrunning, from, not me speedrunning, but from watching the speedrunner that does this. Everything has to explain to you why it exists. You don't need my validation, man. Just be a good cauldron, and you don't even need me to tell you that. Look, just do your thing. I'm gonna go up here. Oh my goodness! I had something happen. My phone almost. Oop, nope. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this one too, just because I have. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay. Well, whatever. That's fine. That's okay. No big deal. Go. Okay. My phone, for whatever reason, decided to, I don't know what it heard, but it decided to listen to something and then start recording everything I was saying and then playing it back to me. So sorry about that brief delay. This world's a little bit more frustrating, but I like it. There aren't any worlds I guess there aren't any worlds I don't like. There are things about every world that I don't like. This one is the shark that's going to chase me here in a second while I try to get this guy, and I'm going to inevitably get bit at least once. Except for I didn't, because I'm a pro, MLG pro. I'm just teasing. This game isn't MLG, and I'm not that professional. Sometimes I come to Banjo-Kazooie very unkempt. I do like the character. One of the things I do like, though, I do like the character. Whoops. No. I do like the characters. I think that they're fun. Good guys, bad guys, or otherwise. I think they're all pretty fun. I'm gonna get bit by Snacker a couple times, though, getting out of this. This always happens. It's just, yep. There's one. I usually get bit by him twice, but I think I can make it out. I think I did pretty good this time. Okay, I did. Yeah, I usually get bit. Whoop! Go. Go. It's also kind of, that's kind of gruesome, though. All the characters, I feel bad about some of the, like, some of the characters. Snacker, the shark, if I hurt him or something happens to him, I'm not really all that worried. But if something happens to the, like, this guy looks adorable. His name is Nipper. But he will try to kill me, and so I'm going to defend myself. Ooh, I'm good. It took me forever to figure out that you could even do this to him, by the way. I say forever. It took, like, I figured it out several years ago, but... Come on. I figured it out several years ago, but still, like, relative to when I started playing it, it took me quite some time. Come on. I'm right here. Look at that smile. He looks so happy. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to walk through and use the damage boost there. But he looks so happy. Also, if you take a look at this, this curls to the left. And now it still curls to the left, even though I'm going the opposite direction. So it's not going the right direction anymore. Oh, shoot. Oh, goodness. Okay. They also put little things that I think are really cool in here. Like, for example, if you slam on the head of the guy... Uh-oh. If you hit the guy twice... You can hit him once and he flips over, and then you hit him a second time and he gives you 1 honeycomb. Or you can slam on his head, and if you slam on his head, you get 2 honeycomb. So there we go. The music is really catchy, though. The thing that frustrates me about this one is this one is, compared to the previous one, this one is very open, and it's very open for a reason. It's very open because it's trying to get you to use flying pads and fly around, which is fine. Alright, I'll go ahead and learn how to use a flying pad. But it's just, things are so spread out, so sometimes I forget where, you know, a group of notes are, or I forget the order that I'm supposed to do. I guess it would probably be, you know, now I think I've solved the problem. It'd be smarter of me, I think it would be smarter of me. There we go. To maybe go and just find all the molehills first. Well, some of them kind of spread out. I don't know. These ones aren't that bad. I think there's only 2 any which way. I think there's only the flying one and the jumping one, maybe? I don't remember. I'm gonna climb trees and get notes. Rare is actually one of my absolute... Or they were. I'm not anymore. Well, kind of. I don't know. They kind of redeemed themselves. Rare is one of my favorite game developers as well. They definitely were in this Nintendo era, but they kind of went and did Kinect games for a while, and most of... I have several Kinect games. I have just about all of them, and I'll tell you, they are most of those are hot garbage. I really like Rise of Nightmares, but other than that, I mean, it still didn't control really well. It was just fun, because you could throw knives at a zombie, and that was kind of neat. But they kind of redeemed themselves with Sea of Thieves. Like, Sea of Thieves is super fun. I would do a stream with it. I actually have some people that... my brother and a buddy who are big fans of it, and they have the game as well, so I think it would be really fun to for maybe to do a stream or a video. We had done videos, but they didn't have all the patches and the updates, so it was just really us sailing around doing nothing nothing really important. Now they've got seasons, and they've got like the Megalodon that you can hunt and beat and everything else. For a time, though, it was just a bunch of frustrating people. You'd go and steal a bunch of treasure from an island, and then... Yeah. Hey, video. That's perfectly okay. I appreciate you for dropping by. This is one of my favorite games also. It's one of the ones I like to go through and play at least once a year. Video games for fun. I like the... Your name cracked me up. I know earlier I think we had some kind of interactions, and I kept trying to spell it the right way. And then you spell it V-I-D-D-Y, and I was like, I love that spelling. It's just, I like it. A lot of fun. Oh my goodness. So, I hope everything I hope everything looks and sounds good. As I was saying, this is something of a test stream. to kind of make sure everything works the way it should. Although I am very happy to play this, but I hope that that my voice is nice and clear, and you can hear the game okay, and the game's looking okay, all that good stuff. I can imagine you're exhausted as well. I don't know exactly what time it is. Where I am, it's almost 11 p.m. Actually, it's not ridiculously late. Nice. Okay. Fantastic. That works famously. What in the world? I gotta remember where this is the. Oh, okay. I got mixed up and thought this was the top one again for some reason. Good. I'm glad. And that makes me feel a lot better about it. I like to make sure that if I'm going to push something out to people, it's going to be something that hopefully they can enjoy, or at least they have every chance to enjoy. Their enjoyment wasn't tempered because of my inability to tech. Here you go, Captain Blubber. There's both of them. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, fair game. Busy is busy. It doesn't typically matter what time of day. So. Alright. What I was explaining before was, this is one of the games that not only do I like to do yearly, but I also like to... Oops, I'm going to get that Mumbo Skull real quick. I like to 100% it. I'm not a speedrunner, so it's not going to be something like that. I'll probably have to bite it up into... or put it into bite-sized chunks. But I do like to do 100%. So that's all the notes, all the jiggies, all the Genjos, and all of the empty honeycombs so that I can get the bonuses at the end. I have been playing this game for a long time. I wish I could speedrun it. I have not worked to optimize a run. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. There's a jiggy in that one, but I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the jiggy off the top up here and the witch switch. God dang it! I don't want to come back down here. I'll go ahead and get that note. Yeah, this is... I like to think I know this game. This is one of a handful of games I know well enough to do 100%. I think the other games I would say that I feel confident in doing 100% on, or... I would say the only other games that I feel like that I'm confident doing 100% on are Donkey Kong Country 3, which I have videos on my channel of me doing the 100. I was attempting to do 105%, but for some reason the code didn't work for me. Whoops. All right, fine. We'll just jump over. And then this game, and then Super Mario World 96 exits. Not a big deal. I don't have a video of me doing 96 exits, so I thought about doing that, but I think one of the other guys, I Don't Give a Thumb, I think did that recently, and I know Heaps did it as well, so I don't want to jam-pack everybody with something that's already kind of been done. To solve most, don't get jiggies instead. Get it as an ant for something and avoid the jiggy dance that slows it down. Yeah, that's... I think the speedrunner, and he may not be still the one that has it. I think the speedrunner that has this game at present is Stivity Bobo, and he is brilliant. I've learned a couple of tricks. I have not, like, cutscene skips and such, though. Ones that are... There's some... Well, here, let's just do this. Some of them are, like, I get that trick because it doesn't do the dance. And then I also know that if you slam on the ground, if you do a ground pound before falling off of a large height, you won't take damage. And I use that a couple of times. But I don't know, like, where it's lucrative to death warp or anything. Oops, come on. So I'll see if I can do it up here. I might get hurt anyway, but so if I jump off the lighthouse, I should take damage. But if you ground pound, if I can do it, I won't take any damage falling down, and that doesn't matter how high the height is, just so long as you don't touch the ground before you hit the ground. Touch ground before you hit the ground. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's see if I can find a... Love to find a place to demonstrate, but this place is... Let's just try it. We'll try it. This may not work. It probably won't, in fact, but we're going to try it anyway. So this height should be more than well enough to kill me. If I can step out here enough, I should be able to ground pound. and then move myself over. And there we go. You can see what I'm talking about. So you don't take any damage. They didn't patch that out in the Xbox. And like I said, I'm using the Xbox. This is Xbox One X version, so the Rare Replay version. But yeah, ground pound, and it doesn't matter how high you are, so long as you don't touch the ground before hitting the last destination, you won't take damage. Alright, Leaky, get you patched up. Yeah, if it's something that you... I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff with these that I've kind of played around with and learned, but still not... I'm proficient enough to pass it. That's about the extent. I have enough knowledge to be... Dangerous isn't the phrase. I have enough knowledge to get past the game with everything that I need to get past the game with, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's standard knowledge. Alright, B, A, N. I don't mean to frustrate if you guys see. Oh, then that. You know what? I bet you're spot on right on that, because I could skip some dialogue, but frustratingly enough, I can't skip several. Like tutorial dialogues. I did this one because I thought that it would look better for people to... I have it on 64 as well, but I thought this might be a little bit more pleasing to the eye in an HD world. I try to do with the videos, the uploads on my channel as well. I have a way of doing upscaling the retro so that they're 1080p. They're not true 1080, obviously, but so that they're 1080-ish. And since this one actually offered a 1080p option, I just went with it because of ease. Now, one thing I do like about this, which I haven't messed with really, is that in the 64 version, you can put in cheat codes. In those cheat codes, you can only put in, I think, 2 before Grunty either threatens to or erases your save game. You can either put in 2 if she threatens and 3 if she erases it, or it's something like that. And in this one, she does the same thing. She'll threaten it, but she doesn't actually delete it because this doesn't have any sort of major limitation. So you can actually put in as many cheats. She'll threaten to erase your save game, but she doesn't actually erase the save game. So you can actually do whatever you want to with it. I did ban your live stream 2018, so 20 years of the game. I couldn't record old games at the time, so I just used the 360. Yeah, it's doable. It's definitely a lot easier to navigate than the thumbstick of this is a little bit more precise and a lot easier to navigate than the thumbstick of the 64. But there is some charm to playing the original as well. 1 second. Goodness. Hello there. It's Retro Ryan, Super Mega Retro Dudes. How you doing, man? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. This is my my first attempt. I haven't done any streaming. I've done videos, but this is my first attempt at setting up a stream. And so I'm trying to set something. Whoops. All right. Well, thanks. I'm gonna just go get that Mumbo Skull. You've reminded me I needed to go do that thing. But yeah, thanks for coming in. This is kind of a test stream and celebratory stream, playing one of my favorite games. But the test portion, making sure everything looks good, everything sounds good, making sure that it's all nice and professional, as much as I think getting to play one of your favorite video games for other people can be. That's just for clarification for anybody who hasn't gotten to read the very short and probably non-descriptive bio. That's the whole reason I made my channel. My whole channel was just a place to kind of come and not worry about the world for a minute and play video games and, you know, forget politics, forget differences, racial, religious, whatever it might be, and just come play video games. And I don't care, you know, I don't care what you think. Just come and have fun. And then when you leave, you can go back to whatever you need to go back to or want to. But I don't discriminate. Fun is fun for everybody, and everybody's welcome. Oh, sure. Heck yeah. That'd be awesome. Oop. And then in 2020, I thought it was especially important, just because everybody was kind of sequestered, and I thought, well, you know what? Maybe this is a kind of nice way to socialize and get together again. So I hope it's fun. I like getting to do this kind of stuff. All right, I want those. Thank you. Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, when you, I'm glad. It's one of my favorites. I was saying it was one of the few games that I do. And I'm gonna do it this time too. 100% on. There we go. And that I play every year. It's one I try to play this one, DKC 3, Super Mario World, and I usually will have a game or two that'll go in rotation. I'll do it once a year. And of those, those are also 3 games that not only do I play every year, but I also do it to 100% completion, or whatever the equivalent is for that game. So DKC 3 is 103%. I can do 105%, but I had issues. Okay. I'm probably gonna get bitten. Oh, hold on. Here we go. We're gonna risk it. No, buddy, don't bite me. He almost bit me. All right, there we go. Oh, he's coming again. Okay, there we go. You thought I was scared, and then I was. Oh, god dang it, I hate these things. Yum-yums. Nope. Okay, fine, I'm gonna... There we go. Oh, very nice. It's Metroid Prime is great. I have the trilogy. I have both of the originals for GameCube, but then I also bought the trilogy. I found a really sweetheart deal on the Steelbook Wii trilogy down here, and I have not passed them since the first times I played them, and it's a shame. That's my own fault, and I know it. But those are great games. Those are fantastic games. All right, let's start this treasure chest hunt. There we go. I forgot to go get that Jiggy. I might as well go get that right now. I don't need to hunt him immediately. I guess that's a good question. NVIDIA, if you're still on as well. What game, is there a game that you like to play / pass once a year? Or is there a game that you like to 100%? I don't know. I mean, at any frequency, just one that you kind of like to revisit every X amount of time and go through it 100% or 101, 103. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, one of my big things that I love to do where I am, and I'm fortunate enough to do, is I go... Does this sound really weird? Not weird. It's gonna sound... I don't know if a lot of people like to do it, is what I'm gonna say, but I love to go pawn shopping, and we have some really good pawn shops in a couple of the towns nearby, or really specifically one town nearby has several of them, and so my audio equipment that you're actually hearing me through now, I was able to buy those through pawn shops for really good prices, and they almost never charge the asking or the going price on video games. And so I've found and then there's also a really great video game store too, video game / record store nearby. So 100%, but I think Metroid Prime 1 and Banjo are once a year games. Honorable mentions to DKC 2 and Ocarina. That's great. Those are great choices. DKC 2, I love DKC 2. The only problem I have, and it's, yet again, not the game at all, it's completely my own problem, on Prince of Persia Sands of Time. I like Two Thrones. I like to go through Two Thrones most frequently, but Sands of Time had a remaster come out recently, and I was excited. The only thing about it, the only beef I had with Sands of Time is I didn't like when someone was downed. I didn't like having to kill them with this the Y. I played it on Xbox, so the Y move, the dagger. I wanted to be able to kind of slice them up, and so Warrior Within did that, and then Two Thrones did a great job also with the Dark Prince sections. So, but those are great choices. It's my own being picky. But DKC2, I love DKC2, and I think it's absolutely the strongest of the bunch. But every time I get to the, like, Hothead Hop and those levels, the lava levels of the second world, I get frustrated for no reason. I don't die. I don't do anything bad. It's like, oh, I've played these 1,000 times, and then I want to stop. And I don't know why. DKC3 doesn't get stale like that for me, though, so I know it's my problem. The very first in the Sands of Time. I probably messed up. I'm probably not thinking right. I thought Sands of Time was the first one. I thought it was Sands of Time, Warrior Within, Two Thrones, and then I thought it was the reboot, which was just Prince of Persia, and then Forgotten Sands, which I think was the 360 PS3 one. Am I getting that wrong? And then there was Rivals, which was the Wii Sword Fighter game, I think, as well, which also was on PSP. So I'm probably getting that wrong. So if I am, please let me know. But yeah, I highly recommend, if you can. They're not very expensive though, and if you have the hardware to play it, original Xbox or GameCube, I think I have it on both for mine. I definitely think the Xbox version is more solid. But if you get a chance, I highly recommend. Oh, okay. You're I get exactly what you're saying. Yep. I know exactly which one you're talking about. I'm sorry. So I have the remaster version. I don't have I may have the original stashed away. We've got a lot of cartridges stashed. But we do have the remaster version. It's kind of 2.5D. It's 3D characters. The one that came out with on the 360 that's on Series S. My brother actually plays it, and I actually want to do a video on it. He is not good at it at all. And it's the most hilarious thing. And he knows he's not good at it, and he loves it, but it's the most hilarious thing to watch him just fall on those spikes. Or I think I have a video of him running into a guard with like 1 potion of health left. It's fun. Yeah, you're spot on though. Sorry, I misunderstood that. All right, we're just going for the Mumbo Skull. Was that a smart idea? Well, now that I'm out here, the answer's no. All right, here we go. Was it worth it for a skull? No, but it was worth it for the cloud. Okay. I am missing 1 Jiggy. What Jiggy am I missing? What Jiggy am I missing? I didn't know he could jump up those boxes. That actually was scary. Okay, hold on. I gotta remember which Jiggy I'm missing here. I got all the Jinjos, right? Yep. Okay, it's not that. That's Shark Food Island. That doesn't have anything in it anymore. It used to have an egg for the Stop and Swap. I got that one out of the treasure chest's mouth. I got that one from the very top. I got the one from the treasure chest up here. The one from underneath the mine. Oh, I remember which one I'm missing. Okay, it's over here. Yeah, it's pretty. Well, and not a lot of people know about the original, and even still, as good of a game as it is, I forgot. So, oh well, you son of a gun. And by you, I mean me. God dang it. Oh boy, he came. Boy, better back off. I know where you live, and so I'm going to avoid it fervently. That's not the word I meant. That's not the adjective I meant. I was worried I was going to fall back in at that time. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's that's the thing too. It's the Prince of Persia. It's a good game, but yeah, it was. I think it's because I think for me the reason I think that and it's completely doesn't make up for the fact that I didn't remember the original, but is because of those three being consecutive in a trilogy. And then the other ones kind of being their own standalone, like the Prince of Persia, the one that was just named Prince of Persia, was a reboot. Forgotten Sands was kind of a reboot, and then it was... The original, of course, was the one where they built on with the Sands of Time, so... All of them are great games. I love the Prince of Persia. So... I honestly thought the movie was pretty decent, too, even though it wasn't... I kind of liked the... Since you haven't played the second and third, I guess I don't want to say anything, because I don't want to spoil anything, but... I highly recommend if you get a chance to pick it up. They're not terribly expensive, at least where I am. I think they could both be gotten together for less than 20 bucks. And so if you get a chance, the second and third I'd pick up. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. You have a good night. Hopefully get yourself some rest. Or a good evening, I guess, rather, where you are. Whoops. I think I can drop by... Oops. I think I can go ahead and drop by and get Clankers real quick as well. I'll go ahead and unlock to Bubble Goop Swamp. I wouldn't say we're making the fastest progress, but I'd say we're making some progress. Oh, I'm gonna go wake this pot down here up. I know what I've done. I know what I've done. I have no regret. There we go. Oh, son of a gun. Okay, I have to remember... Clanker's Cavern's kind of like the first one. It's a little bit more self-contained. But it is... Oops, there we go. It is a lot of... It's a lot of... Well, I guess it's... It says it's a lot of fun, but then... It is a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of stress. This level stresses me out. Probably second only to Rusty Bucket Bay. So... That's stressful. Alright. I gotta remember how this works. I'm pretty sure I do remember, but I'm still trying to figure things out. Yeah. One of the biggest things that I have the issue with on this is the game... The game in general... Son of a gun. Is... It's not even the levels. Once I get in the level, I start to kind of muscle memory... Don't talk to me. She talked to me. God dang it. She's gonna tell me her whole life story. And we have to download the Banjo-Kazooie Therapy DLC. Goodness sakes, come on. No, I'd like not to. Thank you. You're very nice, but... It just so happened to be good on Girl Scout cookies. Okay. There we go. But anyway, what I was saying is the biggest issue I seem to have in a lot of these cases is finding the pictures that open up, in some cases, not all of them, but in some of these, finding the picture that opens up the world. 9 times out of 10, I forget where this one is, and I forget where... Excuse me, I forget where Click Clock Wood is. I had a hiccup there. I should be able to pull the trigger and just put them all in, right? Press the right trigger. Yes, thank you. Okay. Oh, well, I opened the wrong world. That's Bubble Goop Swamp. That's not what I wanted. All right, well, that's okay. It had to do it anyway, but Now I need to open Clanker's Cavern, and I can't remember where... Oh, I remember exactly where Clanker's Cavern is. Son of a gun. That's alright. It's a very, very short trip. Now that I know how to... Now that Bottles has taught me how to put all the puzzle pieces in at once, then that'll be helpful. Oof. I would love to have a house like this. My goodness, you could have literally all different biomes. I've got a beach. I can go to the second world for a beach. I can go to the first world if I want like a jungle. I can go to the third world if I really don't like myself and think I deserve some sort of timeout. Because it's, I think, a sewer/garbage disposal level. Okay. That's what I was supposed to have done, but I didn't actually do it originally. But now I can actually go into the world instead of open up the other world by mistake. But it does save me a step in the future here, so. Okay, this is going to stress me out, so if you hear me making a bunch of noises that kind of... Whoops. Okay, well. If you saw that, please fast forward past that. That was embarrassing. But if you hear me making a bunch of grunts and groans that make me sound dangerously like Seth Rogen, I'm stressed out, that's all. Alright. I mean, well, that was... That's fine. That's okay. There's a Jinjo up here any which way. Also, I want to show you something really disturbing. Just curious. These things right here come out and bite you. What really disturbed me wasn't that. It was when you kill them, they've got no legs. They're like little slugs, and so they make this really nasty sounding noise, and then they come out and they've got no legs, and whoops. Like, what is that? I don't know why, but that to this day just bothers me. There we go. And I'll probably, just for the sake, just depending on how long this one takes, Bubble Blips, like I said, this has been a test stream, so I'll probably, just depending on, like I said, how quickly I get it done, call it after this one. For the first part of this, call it a successful test stream. We have people drop in, we have people say hi. Thank you very much for that. And so we'll call it a successful test stream and say thank you to those people, and then we'll hop on a different time to continue this, but it'll depend. If I get this done really quickly, I may go one more just because I can do them pretty quick, but I think this one's going to take me long enough that it's going to be probably the last one. This, I can't move the camera. I was going to show you, he's kind of disturbing. He's metal, but he is... Let's see if I can go up. Bloody wounds. So he is not actually full metal. I don't know what he is, and I wonder what the concept art looked like before he became this. I can't jump right there. Ooh, okay, well, that's fine. Alright, we're gonna do the stressful part first, then get it out of the way. And it's diving way deep down here, where there's one little guy, I think his name's Gloop, and he's the only source of air you get, and if you lose too much air and you can't catch his bubbles because you're not a skilled swimmer, like myself, and also there are notes down here, they do it so you have to come down here if you want to get 100%. I remember though if you... okay, it still works. Come on, I need you to... Okay. It's kind of hard to catch his bubbles sometimes though because you see your reflection on him and it's like, ugh. That's... Oop, come on. There we go. Okay, come on. How many am I down? 3? I'm down 3. Okay. stress again. But they did put a thing on this, which is kind of nice, where R is like a handbrake. And then all of a sudden Banjo and Kazooie can like spin on a dime. So that's kind of nice. It makes it a lot easier than the original. I think had something like that, but I don't remember. Also, this music is really creepy. Definitely makes the tension even worse. How did I get 9 lives already? Wait. He can breathe just fine down here, but I have to swim around and breathe in secondhand air? Goodness. Okay, I know I'm rambling a little bit. It's because I'm nervous. This is a nerve-wracking part. No, I just want to be at full air. Get out of my way, bud. Thank you. Okay. Make sure I got all the notes. Make sure I got the Jinjo. I know I got the Jinjo. Make sure I got all the notes. Swim through the key. I didn't actually swim through the key. That was nice. I cheated. Oh, see, I can't see. I was behind that and I couldn't tell. Yeah, come on, let out some more, bud. I need help. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm being a little quiet now. I go from rambling to quiet because I'm nervous still. Okay, there's one. Flip around. And then last one should be. I actually went through the key on that. Oh, okay, thank goodness. I'm still not out of the woods here yet. I gotta make it all the way back to the top here. I think I can do. Nope. I'm gonna get full air. I wanted to try to resurface without it, but I need it. I'm too nervous. So would really suck is if I could go back through the key and then accidentally undo all of the stuff that I just did. And he's locked up again. I'm like, dang it. Okay, that's fine. Now I can go back to the surface. I think it's 3 bubbles either way, but I don't want to risk it. It may not even be 3 bubbles either way, but I still don't want to risk it. You know what? I will go ahead and grab this, though. I think there's air in there anyway. Come on. Is there air? There's not air in there. I'm going to get out of there because I thought there was air. Oof. Okay. Alright. So the most stressful part's done. Well, yeah, the most stressful part's done, so... There we go. Alright, so everything else, this is all pretty well, I don't know how I just walked through all of that. Everything else is pretty well self-contained. Everything else is pretty well just in this area, in this room. And I kind of like that. I say everything else, that's not fair. Everything else is in this room except for all the stuff that's inside of Clanker, so he's kind of his own second room. But it's not too bad. He's not too hard to figure out. Well, kind of. You know what? I'm going to stop giving qualifiers because I feel like I'm doing it and then immediately backtracking on them. It's fun, and I'll say that much. Oh, I also like this. This is one of my favorite things. This is, and I love it just because of how perfectly they made the shape so that it fits perfectly, and something about that's uber satisfying. Oof. And narrow. This isn't even the rough part of the narrow. Bubble Gloop Swamp's the worst on that. So. I'm kind of curious as to how quickly I can get all this going. Whoops. Okay, I actually did okay. A little scared there for a second. So I guess I posed the question to anybody else who is on the stream, but if anybody comes in later or happens to see this as a video after, I definitely would like to know what are games, some games, or a game that you like to either pass. Whoops. Okay. What are either some games or a game that you like to either pass at least once a year or pass 100%. So basically a game that you get all the collectibles if there are collectibles, or you pass all the levels, go through all the exits. I'm curious because I have a few that I like, but I also am definitely excited to try new ones. Donkey Kong Country's the ones I think about the most are Donkey Kong Country's, 3 being my favorite of the ones to complete. But I can do 102%, 101%. You can do 102%. I actually don't know if I can do the first one. 101%. I don't know if I've done that. I can't think of it. It feels like I've done it once or twice, but... and then, of course, Super Mario World, 96 Exit. And, I don't think the original Super Mario Brothers would qualify just because it's not really, there aren't really collectibles. I mean, I guess you could play it and count going through all of the levels versus using the warp pipes, but something more or less that's a little bit more involved. You know, if it's Diddy Kong Racing or something like that, you get all of the balloons, do you do all the time trials? So, things like that. Okay. Let's go beat up the mutant crabs. Also, if you like to play it once a year, what makes you like to play it once a year? Is it just is it a childhood favorite? Is it just a really good game? You know, how did you kind of stumble onto that you wanted to play it? You know, that you started playing it once a year? Was it... This one for me is something that by the time that this came... Okay, I know. Yeah. By the time that it came out, it was one of the few games that I had. And so, because of that, you kind of had to, you just have to replay what you have. And so, I had this one, and I believe it was this, at that time, this one was already a couple years old, but I had this one, and where'd the other guy go? I think I had this and Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, maybe? And Turok 2 is just way too hard to, or it was at least at that point. It's probably not that bad now. I still have it, but it was just way too hard to pass reliably and continuously. This one's super, like, this one's not easy, but it's really well balanced. So I think any age can play it and do really well. I also feel like one of the other things I feel like is that a lot of people, when they say, oh, well, you know, I could pass this game when I was a kid, but for some reason I can't do that now. And I haven't had that. I don't know if that's if that's a real phenomenon, or if that's just kind of people talking about that maybe they hadn't played video games maybe they don't play video games as much as they did as kids, and then those reflexes were lost. I love video games, so I haven't really experienced a huge loss in terms of whether or not I could pass a video game that, like, I haven't found a video game that I could pass as a kid that I can't pass as an adult. My video on YouTube, Super Star Wars, which I did fail, spoiler for anybody who watched this, I did fail the last mission, but it was just because of happenstance. And also the fact that last mission's pretty hard, but I had equal trouble with it when I was younger too, so. And I'll say younger, I don't remember how old I was when I finally got to play Super Star Wars. But I can still pass them. I don't have to have all the cheat codes and all that good stuff. It's just, I can still pass them. I don't know what that is, but if anyone can tell me, or if anyone decides they want to leave a comment or something to that effect, let me know what that's all about. I'd definitely be interested, because I've heard it a couple of times. I didn't know it was a thing, but I guess it is. And I'm wondering if that's what it is, or if the reason I've been able to do well is just because I've been a nerd and never dropped video games, and other people did things like get jobs. Oops. Which, to be fair, I had a job too. So. I don't know. I don't think I can walk up that. I'm gonna grab this guy first. Cool. See, this one actually goes by pretty quick. Most of the stuff that can be done outside has been... I'm gonna do that. Has been done. And now I got it. This is my last honeycomb. Now I get an extra life. And I think I can just go... I think... Oh, those are notes down there, aren't they? Dang it. God dang it. I know there's a Jinjo down there too, so in one of those tunnels, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I think those are just honeycombs. Those are feathers. That's a hole. Am I gonna go in the hole? I don't want to. Oh wow! Come on, Banjo. This isn't driver's ed, bud. Go into the notes, not figure 8 around all of them. Ah, come on. I get to blame him. It's my fault, but I'm gonna blame him. Oh, come on. Okay, I can't move the camera, so let me try that again. It's probably my fault as well. I probably just came in at the wrong angle, but I couldn't get the camera to move with me, and I need it to move so I can see the notes. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, we'll foot paddle, I don't care. Oh, what? No. Come on. There we go. Okay. Was a little bit worried I was going to have to go back and do that again. Thankfully, that's not the case. No, don't go into his gills. Okay. There's so many things I'm saying, and I realize that it may be kind of weird because like I said, I've played this game a bunch, and I'm saying a bunch of things. But at the same time, I don't know... Oh, really? This wasn't worth that at all. One of these has a Jinjo in it. Well, now that I'm here, it doesn't mean I don't want it. There we go. I always wondered, though, I know Mumbo doesn't come along in every level, but I did always wonder what would happen if he were in this level. Like, what would you get turned into? I think the blue one's in here. Yeah. What would you get turned into in this? Would it be like On Guard from DKC, where you'd be like a swordfish? And if so, how would that help? Because they're a bunch of crabs. And they can walk on land and be in the water. I wish there were more Mumbo transformations. I wish that you could like find ones. I know that they did like the washer and dryer or whatever. I wish that there was a... Oh man. Did I hit it? I only hit it once. I wish there were transformations on some of the levels that there aren't, though, just to see kind of how you could like break the game. Can I hit it again? Nope, I'm gonna have to wait for the last go around. Try this again. One more time. Oh. Okay, that's one. Oh, I didn't realize his eyes followed you that closely. That's a little insane. He's nice though. He's got big sharp teeth, and some of them are gold. But he seems to be pretty nice. There we go. One of these has a Mumbo skull, and I think the other one actually... No, don't dive. Don't dive. I think the other one has a series of things. Note and a Jiggy, I think? Alright, let's just go back out, just because. I think the other one might have the Jiggy and the note, or at least a Jiggy on it. I think you get a Jiggy for fixing his teeth. Yep. Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't fall near as far as I thought I was going to. I don't know why. I don't remember this being a particularly dangerous place, but... Boy, I got scared like it was. Oops. This is also gross. I don't know what these are supposed to be, but I don't like them. Oh, I forgot about the hoop game. Banjo-Tooie is filled to the brim with these. Luckily, this is one of... I think this is the only one, actually. Banjo-Tooie's filled... I may do a Banjo-Tooie. It just depends on if... I know I did this kind of at a weird time for a lot of people, including myself. But it was intended to be a test above all. So hopefully next time I stream it'll be a little bit earlier for everybody, and more people will be able to catch it and let me know kind of what games they're wanting to see. But this was, I think, a pretty good test game. And then Banjo-Tooie, if that one happens to be popular, this one happens to be popular and you want to see the sequel, which is infinitely more complicated, but it's definitely still fun. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. I didn't get hit. You'll get to see a plethora of mini-games that are very similar to that hoop one. There's balloon one and hoop one and all that kind of other good stuff. It's a lot of fun. Way more convoluted. You gotta run between all kinds of different things, but it's a lot of fun. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. I want a mod that I don't know if anybody remembers it, Bear in the Big Blue House, but I want a mod that replaces Banjo with Bear in the Big Blue House. Just because I think that would be fun. Come on. Every time you go underwater, you get scary music. You can't even do the dance. Don't freeze me. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get the notes from down here real quick too. Okay. I think it's just that music that's very... don't go out. Those are his gills. I don't know why that's not the deterrent, but like that's where this happens to lead, and I don't know why they're lopsided. But if I end up there, I have to swim all the way back in when they open up, which they do, but it's a little frustrating sometimes to get in there. I think this might be one of the more... This is probably one of the more chill games, I think, that I get to... Well... I say that right as I walk into a room with a bunch of sawtooth blades going a million miles an hour. It's not difficult, but still. This is probably one of the most chill games. This is a game that I can just sit down, listen to the soundtrack, enjoy the soundtrack. Actually, in fact, I have a video coming up tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And it mentions someone who made the suggestion for me to play that game, or a game at least from that company. There we go. And he actually bought me the soundtrack for Banjo-Kazooie for, I believe it was my birthday, 8 or 9 years ago. So it's definitely one of my favorite soundtracks to listen. I didn't know they made it on CD. This is a game that I can just kind of set and play, and there's some stressful parts, but it's honestly a fairly chill game. It's definitely one I love to... I think if I wanted to pick a chill game, this is probably in third place, and then I think probably Super Mario. Super Mario World's probably in second, and DKC 3 is probably in first for just sit down and play, have fun type games, which I love all of them. I love all video games, but I'm not gonna... If I'm having a rough day, or if I'm doing something like that, and it's like, oh, let's play a video game, I'm not gonna play Excalibur 2097. That's a fun game, but I don't want to throw my controller because of... I wouldn't do that. I'm not a generally angry person, but I don't want to be frustrated. There we go. And that game's super frustrating. Really fun, though. I think this is my last one. Yeah. Oh, I get to do a satisfying thing here in a second, too. Alright, here we go. Every time you hear that clunk, 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 that's me. That's the blade hitting me. All right. Did I get everything? Let me check real quick. This is the boring part. Yep. No, I'm missing 2 notes. Really? All right. Well, I'm disappointed in myself. Not really, but kind of. Where would I have missed 2 notes from? Come on. Oh, you know what? I know where they are. Never mind. I know exactly where they are. Never mind. I'm not disappointed in myself anymore. I did okay. It's because they're... most of the time when you collect notes, they're all in groups of 3 or more, and these ones aren't. These are every... It's in a series of windows up here where you get like a feather and an egg and then a note and then a 1-up and then a... It's over here. If it's not there, I'm going to go back to being disappointed that I didn't know, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Also, it took me forever to figure out you could kill those things when I was younger, too. I didn't think you could, so... Yep, there they are. 1, and it's going to be a feather and an egg. Yep, feather, then an egg. Then a gold feather. And then an egg. And then a red feather. I want the other note, please. Thank you. And a 1-up, but I don't think the number goes past 9, so I have 9 lives again. I've actually accomplished nothing. No, it's good. I got all the notes. I'm good. Alright, I'll go back and get the last Jiggy in the overworld, and then I'm going to call this stream a success. And say that everything worked and we didn't lose footage or anything. It was actually pretty nice. We had some people stop in, had some people say hi, which was great. And I guess everybody can hear me okay, and whoops. I think everybody can hear me okay. Everybody could hear the game okay. The game looked okay. So those are all good things, and hopefully my scenes, my transitions all worked well, and they look okay as well. Because I didn't do everything perfectly by myself. I had some help, but I did do a lot of stuff here, and for my first time, so I kind of expected to make some mistakes, and probably have, and just haven't caught them yet, but at least that's a good sign. Alright, now I'm going to go and do what's probably, in my opinion, the most satisfying thing in the entire game, and it's satisfying just because it's... If you ever watch those, like, oddly satisfying videos on YouTube, the ones that are actually good, not the ones where there's, like, a guy that's just destroying a bar of soap with a knife, but, like, the ones that are... I don't know, this is nice. I like this. And then we get this. Cool. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here. I'll go ahead and hit the pause button. I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here. And I want to say thank you for everybody who did drop in and said hello. Everybody who made comments, suggestions, kind of interacted with me and kind of went through my first test stream. If you guys do happen to watch the playback of this video, I'll say thank you again on Twitter, but thanks for stopping in. And then, of course, if in the future you guys happen to want a specific game or happen to want to see more of this, let me know. Also, I know a lot of people are kind of from different parts, different time zones also, so if there's a point in time where I can kind of stream that'll be able to hit everybody comfortably, that'd be nice. But anyway, up until that point, I really appreciate you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and flip back over to the other scenes and music and get everything kind of wound down. And we'll see you guys next time.